On my blog every month, I pick a jewel of the month, one of my new designs or one of my old designs that is relevant for a holiday or another event that's going on. December 2017's Jewel of the Month is something new that looks old. It's this vintage-inspired sapphire and diamond engagement rings I did for my friends Abigail and Max. I do a lot of custom engagement rings, and as you can see from this sapphire ring, I'll do pretty much any style. It's not necessarily my aesthetic, and I do know that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not what I would design for my line. I do know a lot of jewelers who will only do their look, and if I were going to add it to my line, just as something in inventory, I would stick to my look. But when it comes to customers, whatever they want is what I will do. I'm just very excited to work on what is the most important piece of jewelry that someone will probably ever have. So not only will I do any style that you want, but I will go to extremes practically to try to work within your budget. I really just want people to have a personalized ring that's handmade in New York, rather than having to sometimes settle for something that has been mass produced in China. I feel like as long as someone loves their ring and they're satisfied with it, it kind of doesn't matter what that background story is. But for a lot of people, personal, especially for this purchase, is important. And I've done all kinds of rings. It's not necessarily in the budget you would use for my regular inventory. Later you can check the blog links below this video to see just kind of my philosophy on engagement rings that I've written about quite extensively. But to make a long story short, I do not believe in surprising a woman with a design that she is not expecting. I like to work with the women directly if possible. If I can't, inspiration photos from a magazine or on Pinterest, or something that she tried on, once in a store and liked the cut of the diamond, all of that I can work with. But I'm very anti-surprise on the design. When I'm talking about this, I'm referring to basically straight men who are not artists proposing to a woman. It's totally different with gay couples who really have a good sense of each other's style, and also men who are, straight men who are artists or in the design business somehow, would have their own preference. But to be honest, most straight guys are just, they don't know what to do. They're pretty terrified. They want her to be happy, and but they still believe in this surprise engagement ring thing. So that's when I work with people on their proposals. I always tell couples that if you're not letting this guy pick out the wedding dress that you're going to wear for one day, he really shouldn't be picking out the ring that you're going to have to look at on your hand for decades. But Max was giving me a little bit of challenge because he had bought a beautiful diamond and he was really excited to surprise Abigail. I tried to kind of steer him away from that, and he was super determined, and it just so happened that I had a lunch set up with Abigail that was coming up the following week, and I said, look, I'll do some investigation. Being in the jewelry business, it's pretty easy for someone, I get women, even if they're not dating someone, I'm like, just so I know for in the future, I ask what they're looking for. So usually it's a pretty easy conversation. For, I think, what was the first time ever, I could not get any information out of Abigail at all. She was very distracted with a new job. We were over Japanese food. I could not get her to think about a ring at all. So I went back to Max and I said, this is very unusual. We have to hold back. I don't want her to be, when she gets it, I don't want her to be disappointed, because I got nothing from her. I'm very glad I did that, because a couple months later they moved in together to a beautiful apartment, and they talked about their future, and he admitted to her that he had a beautiful center stone waiting for her in Wendy's safe. And she said, oh my God. And I heard from her, and she started, I asked her to send me some inspiration ideas on Pinterest, and what she came up with was something that I would never have done. You know, it doesn't fit into my normal aesthetic, nor would it be something that I would do to be on the safe side for her, because you don't just put colored gemstones into someone's engagement ring unless they ask for it. So what happened was, and I always tell the guys this, we can still surprise her. We can surprise her with timing and place and everything. So after I spoke to Abigail, I spoke to Max again, and we agreed that I would tell her that it would be ready for Christmas. And the goal was to get it to him to give to her before they went on a trip over Thanksgiving. I really enjoyed it when Max sent me a screenshot of a text conversation he had with Abigail, where she said with a sad emoji, my ring won't be ready till December, and he cleverly said, that soon? I wound up finishing the ring a couple of days earlier than expected, and Max and I met up, and he got so excited when he saw it that he changed his plans and gave it to her right away, which was a couple days before he anticipated. And she was thrilled, and he is thrilled, and I'm thrilled, and congratulations to you too. You're a beautiful couple, and I'm looking forward to going to the wedding this spring. If you want to talk to me about a custom engagement ring, or even a redesign of an old engagement ring, which is something that I love to do, you can email me at info@wendybrandes.com. And for the guys, the straight guys, I will help you with plan your proposal, but you have to listen to me. I have done more proposals than you at this point, trust me. I hope I will do more proposals than you ever will have to. One question people often ask is why I can't do a temporary setting, and that is included in the links below this video. There's many reasons to not do that. So click there, and also while you're doing that, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss my next video.